Friday. Everyone is here, so that's all good. There's Morris. Hi. Good morning. Move over just a step, Tux. Thank you. It's hard to get out of the house if you can't put your foot on the first step. Hi. Hello. Morris, you over here with Stripey? Okay, come on, Morris. Oops, I think I just walked through a little spider web. Hi. Hello. You such. Even Dawn's been saying how affectionate you are now. Hi. Good morning, Morris. Shedding. I brush front to back and hair goes everywhere this time of year. Stripes at my feet too. It's a little cooler today. Again, a little less humidity. Feels pretty nice out here right now. Dawn and I are gonna go work out here in a few minutes, and then I have a luncheon as part of the Guardian Angel Board of Directors stuff this morning. Well, actually at lunchtime, so we got to go exercise and get back so I can get cleaned up and go to the luncheon. We were out here trying to sort out the solar stuff last night, and I would say that the battery in this fairy garden house and the two mushrooms up on the table over here by the tall chairs, that the little batteries inside of them are gone. Don says he conveniently has 3 of those replacement batteries, so he'll get around to swapping out the batteries for me when he gets a chance, and try to save them for me. Yep, it's a nice morning. Definitely got chickens and roosters talking in the background. This tree, Japanese maple, although green, is, you know, it's got nice shades of darker green and lighter green new growth, and a little red tip on the end. I am loving the flamethrower. I hope it stays healthy and the deer leave it alone. That would be good. I did have a few daffodils over here from the last ones we planted. They're not gonna do what they would have done if they'd have been in the ground at the right time, but they're far from dead, and I'll fertilize them again, and hopefully next year we'll have more of a bumper crop there. Mama was quite active again last night. I think all is good. Here comes Stripey up from his morning walkabout at the creek. A little solar fountain is doing its thing. More in the afternoon, but you know, that's what those fountains are. It's going even though it's in the shade. That's pretty good. Good morning, Gray. Good morning. Happy girl. Hi, happy girl. I'm determined to get my workout in this morning before the luncheon. It's 9:40, so I should have enough time to do my regular workout, get home, change, and leave. But you know, there's never any downtime or any cushion or anything. There are 3 white Teslas in the parking lot. Jules over here. Looks like a Model S up here on my left that you can't see yet. And there's a Model 3. They're all white. We heard about the... Oh, it's an X. It's not an S. What was I thinking? Well, I couldn't really see it. I just saw the front bumper, and they're pretty identical. Anyway, the lady that works with us that drives the Midnight Silver metallic Y, we're a little early for her today, but she's often in the exercise room with us. I don't know that she knows what we drive, but we figured out what she drives. Yeah, we heard about the early Model Y $2,000 incentive, and we've heard about the FSD transfer, and we're thinking.
There's my girl pumping iron, baby. Look at that technique, that form. You're doing great, sweetie.
8, 9.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
And don't let it fall.
Oh, you did great. Very good. Very
those
good.
arm ones like that are hard in particular.
I understand. I totally agree. Well, I am sending my girls off. They're all gussied up. Look at them. Yeah, red. Yeah, that's right. You're looking good, pretty girl. Wow.
Red and silver could be good too, though. But
that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, anyway, she's got that luncheon today for the board of directors. So she's going to go there and have a great time.
Yeah, we're going to hear about from a doctor, one of the research grant recipients, what they're going to be using the money for, the Alzheimer's research money.
Cool.
That's part of today's luncheon. This is my first one, so
yeah,
it's like a once or twice a year thing where we give money to, it's just a UNC hospitals research university person.
Right. Way cool. All right. Well, you enjoy it. Don't be late. All right.
Right after I got onto the cement and was halfway down the hill, I saw the Amazon Rivian truck coming up the driveway. And the driver saw me. They had just entered the driveway and backed back out. They must have been to our house before, although I didn't recognize the lady driver. Anyway, so she got out of my way, and when I got down on the street, I said, look, I really appreciate you for backing out and letting me clear the driveway, because it's next to impossible to back up that hill once you've made the decision you're on your way out. So I just said, I appreciate you, and I looked her in the face and I smiled, and probably the nicest thing anybody said to her all day. Anyway, that worked out okay. You do have to look on your way out of our driveway or up the driveway. You know, it's a good idea just in case you're, going to meet somebody. But I mean, I could have backed back up the hill, I'm sure, in Ruby, but that hill's pretty steep, and once you go over the top, that's not an easy thing to do. So it all worked out. She's bringing me stuff. They're always bringing me stuff. And household items. I don't remember what all it is today. All right, I just turned on to Judd Parkway. Let's let Ruby drive now. It's funny driving with a little heel. Not used to that at all. It's 4.6 miles and 12 minutes over to the Bent Winds Country Club. It's kind of by the new Community Center North, Crooked Creek, Old Crooked Creek golf course. There was 2 golf courses communities up there. It's very common here to have these golf course communities. You know, Ruby, she did actually move the wheel just a little bit away from that one cone that was down in the road a little bit. At the last minute, I was like thinking, oh God, should I take control? Is she going to bump it? Is she too close to it? And I did feel the wheel just ever so slightly drift out to the left. So yeah, I feel it's the right time to say again that, there's safe, there's how humans do it, and there's this way is perfectly fine to do it, even if it's not exactly how the human in the car would have done it. Okay, Ruby, yes, I know we have this flagger and all this other stuff going on again. Don't you think they probably shouldn't have a flagger on the 2 main north-south roads that'll get you from one side to Fuquay to the other on the same days? Like one or the other, but not both at the same time. I'm just thinking that's probably good. I zoned out there for a minute, and we moved through the flag construction zone, and I remember looking left and seeing where they're messing with the sidewalk thing over there. And Ruby did such a good job that I think I forgot I was on FSD and didn't it's so smooth through these flag construction zones now that, you're more relaxed. Yeah, that's what we want to move towards, right? Driving with FSD around the city is as relaxing as it is driving on the interstate, because it's really relaxing most of the time driving on the interstate. The only time it's not is if the car's not wanting to do the speed right, or you can't get it to stop ping-ponging between lanes and traffic when you just don't want to be ping-ponging. I would say those are the two things that might make it not totally stress-free on the interstate. But the interstate driving's been really good for a long time. It's all about that fine-tuning in the city now. She's going to turn right up here, go across in front of Harris Teeter. My regular camera card filled up on the way over here. Darn it. I hope I can get around on this end, because if I can't, it's going to be a much farther walk. The spaces near the actual club are all filled up. I've never been in here before, never been to this country club. Heard about it, but never been here. You just watch. I'm gonna have to go all the way around, because that's the kind of luck I have. I sure hope not. Okay, maybe not. That building at the bottom of the hill is where I'm headed, but that looks like that's across the green, so who knows. We'll figure it out. So maybe the lesson for next year is to drive to Guardian Angel and catch a ride with whoever else is coming over here. I think that's the way to handle it next year. So the guys are over here doing some plumbing. I was trying to come up with the right word. Not a fix, but new stuff.
All right, well, I'll go get some memory paper.
Hey!
Hey!
It would be a fun project if it wasn't on the short end of the house, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It'd be a fun project if it was, somebody else.
Hey, JB.
Yep. Donnie said, I got sightseeing for you to do. You'll really enjoy it, JB. You'll see the...
Well, you're very, of all three of us, you're very flexible.
Yeah. Nah, don't bother me at all.
Lots more blooms over here on the little pink rose today. You know, that thing came from like Whole Foods 10 years ago, or some Harris Teeter 10 years ago or something, and it doesn't get much bigger than that, but it gives me pretty pink flowers every year. And then the knockout rose back here is looking great, and I have a new flower open on my pretty orange hibiscus today, and my drift rose, the one that's been besieged by nasty aphids, is starting to open up its flowers, and there are a lot of the flowers. It really needs me to spray it again. God, the aphids. Okay, I'll let you see. The aphids are absolutely horrid on it this year. Just horrid. I guess I don't have any choice. It's not 90+ degrees out here. It's in the, I don't know, upper 70s, low 80s. Let me spray those. It's not all of it. It's just the parts of it. Let me spray it. It's right here. I got the, that soap. I can't remember the name. The soap, the Castile soap. So the afternoon's gone now. It's 6 o'clock. The guys are under the house working on making it so we can use Alexa to turn off and on the outside spigot, especially over here, but maybe on both sides eventually. I'm not sure. So that we can make sure we're not accidentally having unnecessary leakage. Like, we can turn it on for an hour when I go out in the morning in the summer, and it'll automatically turn off so no water can end up on the ground. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I mean, you would hope you would have no leaks and it wouldn't matter, but that's never how it works out. I am getting ready to build the tree for the botanical garden and stick on the minifigures and think about what else I'm going to do, because I've got St. Louis ribs in the oven, and that's going to be another hour and 15 minutes. As I said, my camera battery died on the way home today, so I kind of stopped filming, but the luncheon was a success. I guesstimate there are about 80 people there based on the seats per table and the number of tables. We had salad and some creamy mustard gravy chicken breast entree, and then they served cake, which I didn't have. So I want you to know I suffered. No, I didn't suffer. I knew not to have the cake. It looked like good cake though. My kind of cake. Let's see what else. I fed Don some nachos with that leftover pulled pork, so he would be prepped for this little project. And I did the video with Gray, and I have a little girl back here. Hi, nighttime. Where are you? Hi, are you back over here now? Yes. So yeah, that's about it. You guys didn't miss too much. It was interesting hearing the researcher that got the grant money talk about what she's doing. I can't say that I understood it all, but I got a little bits of it, and I took a couple pictures of the slides, so maybe I could put a couple of those up here. You know, Guardian Angel, the last check that they gave to Dementia Alliance of North Carolina went to this researcher, so she came and gave her appreciation and talked about what the research is. And there was a lot of discussion about they try to keep the money in North Carolina, so North Carolina researchers, and we have plenty of medical, hospital, teaching colleges stuff. And also, you know, they give out some grants for respite care so that folks that are still caregiving for dementia family members at home can do something, have a night out, have a regular day off, have some break from the constant care. So anyway, that was all interesting, and I enjoyed getting dressed up and networking and having the lunch and all of that good stuff. And yeah, the guys are hammering under the house. So here's the server and the guy back here at the table with the red bird. You coming over to help too? Everybody wants to help right now. On this side, I've added another yellow bird, and we've got the yards keeper guy with the leaf blower and his hose and his squirrel and cat friend. I added the cat. I've added a couple of these things. Most of them came with the set though. I did get the tree finished on the front. I don't love the tree, but the tree is okay, I suppose. The guy down here, he's taken his photograph, and mom and the kid are leaving, and he's got him a flower. There's a little doggy, little bird fountain with the bird. And this is the groundskeeper over here trimming the flowers, a visitor with their binoculars. So it's all done. Oh, and of course we have an owl on top because all my buildings have an owl. But yeah, so I think I'm going to call her done. I think I'm going to call it done.
There's our new ball valve, electronically controlled, so she can turn the water on and off using Alexa. Or more correctly, I can turn the water on and off using Alexa for the outside spigots. And the reason is every time we're down at the creek, we need water down there, and we have to come all the way back up the hill to the house to turn the water on to get water down at the creek. So now she can just whip out her phone and tell Alexa to turn the garden. This valve is called garden. Turn garden on, and this valve will open and turn the faucet to go. But of course, this shark bite, copper pipe. This is copper pipe, shark bite. The fittings here on the copper pipe did not leak, not one little drop. But this Teflon tape, that leaked. I mean, that is the way it works for me. But anyway, we got it wired up, and it's controlled with Alexa. So right now I have to futz with the light. You can't see the light's blinded you. There's GB. He did all the work. All I did is gopher back and forth. But the problem is the light's on a pull string. When you pull off the pull string, it turns the light off. But that also turns off the Alexa control for this. So my bright idea of plugging it into the light switch was stupid. So I have to go get a longer extension cord and go plug it in all the way down by the water heater way down there, and run a cord all the way up here. I could use this little bell wire. I got enough of that too, but basically for the time being, just to get going, I'm going to plug it into an AC outlet that basically is the opposite end of the house. And that way it'll be on all the time. Otherwise, we'd have to leave the light on down here or not be able to turn the light on and off. So, oh well, but that's the way it works.